All right, let's jump right in. We're about to pull back the curtain on a hidden language that, believe it or not, is powering almost everything you do online. It's behind your bank account, your shopping cart. Heck, you're probably using it this very second and you don't even know it. So let's go find out what it is.
So our story here begins with a bit of a mystery, one that connects some of the most normal things we do every single day.
Okay, think about this for a second. You go to an ATM to get some cash. Then you look up a student's grades in a school system. And later, you add something to your online shopping cart. What's the one thing that connects all of them? I mean, they seem totally random, right?
Well, believe it or not, the answer is they're all powered by the exact same hidden language, working quietly in the background.
Okay, so what is this invisible force, this hidden language we're talking about? It's time we finally give it a name and figure out what it actually does. It's called SQL, which stands for Structured Query Language. Yeah, I know, it sounds super technical, but forget the long name. All you really need to know is this. SQL is simply how we talk to databases. It's how we ask them to store stuff, manage it, or, just get information back. And boom, that's the connection right there. Each one of those examples we talked about, the ATM, the school records, that shopping cart, it's all just a different conversation happening with the database, using SQL. It is literally everywhere. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Talking to a database sounds complicated, right? Like something only a supercoder could do. But it's not. It's actually a lot like having a really simple, direct conversation. Let me show you. Check this out. It's just a simple 3-step conversation. Step 1, you ask a question. Let's say, what's the exact date and time right now? Step 2, you just write that question down in SQL. It looks like this: select now, semicolon. Simple, right? And then step 3, the database answers right away. And just like that, bam, the database shoots back the answer, the current date and time, formatted perfectly. You asked a simple question in its language, and it gave you a perfect, direct answer. That's it. No fuss, no confusion. All right, so asking for the time is cool, but it's a pretty small trick, right? Well, here's where it gets really powerful. That same simple language can handle absolutely massive amounts of information.
And this really shows you the scale we're talking about. The simple command we just saw is the same tool used to manage these huge industries. So instead of asking what time is it, a bank could ask, hey, database, show me all the transactions over $10,000 from last Tuesday. Or an online store could ask, show me every customer from California who bought a red shirt. See? The language stays the same, but the questions get way bigger and way more important. It's all about turning a mountain of data into one specific answer.
And this is probably the most important thing to get. SQL isn't just for programmers anymore, not by a long shot. It's for marketers, for business owners, for scientists. It's for anyone who wants to get answers from data and understand the story it's trying to tell you. Okay, so this all brings us to the really fun part. Now that you know this language exists and you see how easy it can be to have a conversation, it's your turn to start thinking about what you'd want to say. Look, if there's just one thing you remember from all of this, let it be this. The world runs on data, and SQL is the language of data. When you learn it, you're not waiting for someone else to give you a report. You can go straight to the source and ask your own questions to get your own answers. And that's a real superpower. So, I'll leave you with this one thought. Now that you know there's a language that lets you talk to all this information that's swirling around us, if you could ask the world's data anything, what would your first question be?